Hello! Today's Halloween comic book review is Door to Door, Night by Night. This is one I just got in from an Ollie's pack, which I haven't shown that opening yet. I will be within the next few days, I'm sure. But this is issue one, uh, done by Cullen Bunn, did the writing. Sally Cantorino was the artist. Pete Knief was the colorist, and letter was World Designs. We see actually, do they have a little synopsis on the back here? The Heritage Mills sales team travels from town to town, knocking on doors. They're the best at what they do, which also means they're the worst. They're broken, each and every one of them, haunted by closets so full of skeletons that they're bursting. When they discover a terrible secret behind one fateful door, it opens their eyes to a world full of real monsters hidden in every small town. But basically, we start out with a lady hitchhiking, and this vehicle pulls up. Ask her where she's headed, and she's like, as far as you're going, it's no set destination or nothing like that. So she just is looking for a ride, and she hops in the vehicle with these characters, and there ends up being a variety of, I want to say, like, what was there? One, two, three, four. Yeah, five people. Prior to her hopping in the vehicle, and she makes a little joke about them possibly being from a cult or something. People take a little bit of offense from all that stuff. Uh, but they go on the spiel about what they do, how they're traveling salesmen, and they basically found each other over a period of times. They all got their own skeletons in their closet, as they mentioned in there, and we get to see them basically start their next town that they're going to do their sales in, and they give her the spiel so she can be a salesman with them. She boards up with the only other gal in the group, and when she takes off her shirt, her roommate notices all the scars all over her body. Like, were you in the Marines or something? It's like, kind of, sort of, something like that. But then the next day, they go through, basically give her some training lessons, let her take it on her own and try a couple places. And they do this thing where every time they take care of a house, they put a little red dot on their mailbox so they know that they've been there. So everybody else knows that they've been there. I always thought expected that to pull back in towards the end of the storyline. Um, I'm guessing that you're going to see something more about that in issue 2 or 3, or I'm not sure how long this run went on for. Uh, but she notices all these missing kids, posters all over this town, and then one place she comes into is this old raggedy shack that she's sitting there staring at, thinking about going up to try and sell something to him. And the guy that was training her basically comes up and say, "Oh, nobody's home at this one, anyways," and then puts the red dot on the uh, mailbox, and they go on, and you don't worry about what's going on. We get a little flashback of a kid crying and her running to save the kid. She's pretty much cut up pretty bad. Prior to seeing this kid, because I was thinking this was like her kid, that she tried to protect, and some demon must have got a hold of him or something. But that would mean that she was a hunter, a demon hunter prior to this, because you see the little baby up here crying, and you see her, and she's got all kinds of scars on her arms already. So I'm guessing, unless that's just the badly drawn imagery or something, which I don't think so. I think this is all basically laid out to lead up to other stuff. But after their day of salesmanship, they like to go have some beverages or whatever their vices are. The different salesmen like to go do their thing, get drunk, basically bury their heads in the alcoholic sands of life. But while they're doing that, she decides to make some other decisions. Not going to get into that. There's some hookups in this storyline and stuff too, and he keeps noticing the missing children signs in different places. Like this one's at the bar, at the bar, so it's bugging her. So she decides to go for a walk, and she goes to that raggedy old house and pull a knife out of her pocket. It's a tiny knife, so that's not going to do much for you. But she goes into the house. These guys notice that she disappeared, and they end up following her. And when they get inside, they see her basically about to be devoured, maybe, or something like that, because she's held up by this giant beast, this scorpion. Like he's kind of wolf, a she wolf. I keep saying he, but it's a female. She wolf with like all kinds of these weird worm things growing out of her armpits. She's got wings. She's got a scorpion tail. Just a really messed up looking demon character. But they help her out so she can deal with this thing and her knife. It's like they give her shit about it not being that that great for protection for a beast this big. And there, she's just got this tiny little knife, but then she explains to him that the knife is made out of silver. And they're like, "Well, is this a wolf? It's not really a werewolf, or more like a multitude of creature characters all clammed together." Then the one other girl finds the knife, throws it to her, and it sticks right in her hand. So that was not not very well done for a monster hunter. She should have been able to catch the knife or let it just hit a wall or whatever and then pick it up herself. But eventually, some alcohol gets dumped on the demon. The demon gets lit on fire, and they think that they got things taken care of. But as we see in the end, there may be other issues going on in the near future. And she heads out on her own to her next to find the next town that's in trouble and shows some types of uh, issues about people missing and stuff like that. And our salesman group goes on their way too, and they get to their next town, and their next town has more flyers up of missing people. And they all took it well, seeing the beast. So I think there's, I mean, yeah, they're a bunch of messed up characters themselves, but when you see something like that, it should kind of shock you a little bit. Uh, Whereas they didn't really get shocked by it, but it uh, definitely leaves you feeling that there's something more to this group, and we're gonna see more of it in the near future. I mean, they are traveling all over the wherever they are. I'm guessing in the United States, and if they're not surprised by seeing a giant beast or shocked or scared or anything like that, you kind of feel like there's going to be something that's going to attach the whole Monster Hunter theme to these characters also. Whether or not they're on the monster side or the hunter side, I'd say more on the monster side. We'll just yeah, I'm hoping I can get my hands on some more of these. Uh, I like the cover, very simple, just a baby's bed with a creature hand above it, kind of smacking into the little, what are those called? The little, uh, I can't think of what those are called. The little dangly things that you put above the bed with some of them have musical stuff and like that. But yeah, this was done well. Uh, Very interesting, freaky looking creature. I'm curious what other creatures she's gonna come across. And I definitely want to know about the red dots, and I want to know about this group of people that she ran into. I have a feeling they're gonna kind of be going in the same direction she's going, and there's gonna be some more crossover. So see what happens. But this was fun, so keep following Under the Cowl of MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes. We will be back with more of these soon. And yeah, check out Crimson Color Comic Club, our group podcast. Leave a comment on Under the Cowl, and I will comment back. Check out the 5 p.m. Central Time flame sale on Mondays on Psychotronics Work Guns channel or my channel, depending on who's hosting it that week. You can also watch the re-watches and claim stuff that wasn't picked up by claiming in the comments section, or you can email us or whatever. And 9 p.m. Central Time Friday nights, catch Crazy Hungarian Show, which I've been on for the last few weeks or so. So you can catch those also. I probably won't be on there this week because I am planning on supporting Comics Curing Cancer. Check out Comics Curing Cancer. There's a lot of auctions, live events, giveaways, all kinds of stuff that's going to happen Friday, Saturday, Sunday of this week. So this weekend. So check that out also. All right. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.